I'd like to do a quick intake assessment on Michael's ESP EC-1000. Beautiful guitar, amber sunburst. Choice of string set will be based on the fact that Michael wants this guitar set up for drop C tuning. My initial intake. It's currently in drop C. There's a little buzzing when I pluck the 6th string very hard, the C string. I get some buzzing up in through here. Michael thinks that there may be some fall off on the neck, on the frets. When there's fall off, that means there's a cylindrical shape going along like this, but then stops around 12th or 14th fret or 16th fret or so, and then the height of the frets dives off a little bit. It gives a little, and we'll see if that's true. When it is in play, I usually will keep it in play, and it's used so that when you're fretting up in the upper frets, it actually tends to reduce spring buzz when you have a low action. Anyway, we'll take a look at what we have. And a couple of comments on the guitar. It's beautiful. Michael has retrofitted the original, I think they're Seymour Duncans, the humbuckers with EMG powered pickups. There's no phasing or split coil, push-pull, anything like that, but he indicated there's a battery in this compartment. So I'm up here in the sunlight to try and get a bit more light in the guitar, give a good idea of what it looks like, and I'll take some stills. It's in fine shape. The nut is loose, and this is one of these fancy nuts where the nut actually curls up over the 0th fret location, and then it has a relief. There's a little pocket pushing back into each of these locations to get the correct scale length. And then the nut, which as I indicated is loose. It came out during a string change in a previous change. It has these pockets for intonation. So it would appear that the 3rd string has a flush support fulcrum that is near the end of this overlap, the overlap finger design. The bridge wraps around the 0th fret position, and there are these nubs that come out proud to the surface where the nut usually would sit, and then the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings are recessed into the fulcrum pickup point. The 3rd string isn't, and then the 1st and 2nd are. So it almost looks like the staggering on a bridge, going from 1st to 6th string. This is the kind of staggering I'm talking about on the bridge, but this is something that EMC uses to intonate, so that's fine. All in all, a great looking guitar. It's got nice mother of pearl style binding around the inlay around here with binding. Beautiful sunburst finish. Continuing the intake assessment on this EMC EC-1000. Just want to get a sense of how it feels and plays. The amp's in the other room. It affects the sound a little. It sounds good. Switch isn't too scratchy. Pots aren't too scratchy. Everything seems pretty clean there. So it's a little off-putting being drop C tuning. I'm not familiar with that. But everything sounds good. Michael's playing style is very soft and gentle and fast. So he does want a low action, so we'll try and accommodate a low action, keep the fret buzz to a minimum. He's not going to be banging on the strings the way I do. Clean it up a little bit, make sure the nut's seated properly, and then get it bonded back in lightly, and then get the frets profiled. This is a very nice guitar. Michael's ESP is done. I did the fret dress. They look like new. The nut is now glued in, so that's a good thing. Never had to touch the truss rod. When I removed the old strings, the neck was dead straight. Did the fretwork there. Put the 11 to 54s on. That's what we decided to use. And at that tension, there's about 14 or 15 thousandths of an inch of relief at the 8th fret. Just about perfect, pretty much identical to how it came in. Left the pickups about the height that they were. They're a little bit low, they could come up. But with these active EMG pickups, that might be a good thing. They're pretty hot as it is. So I'm not going to bore you with my playing. But the guitar sounds good to me, and I think it's just about what he wants. And I'll check with him. I'll bring up the pickups if he'd like. I can even lower the action a little bit more. I'm getting fret buzz, but I have a heavy hand. And I know Michael likes really low action, and he has a very light touch. So we'll leave it up to him if he wants me to drop the action even a little further. It's below spec. It's around 45 thousandths of an inch. Spec is around 63 thousandths of an inch at the 12th fret. So the neck is true enough that he's able to play it without fret buzz with his light touch. We can just leave it like that. Alright, cheerio. Another one that sounds great.
It looks fantastic, I have to say.
go. So I can raise it a little bit. On the bass side, it's right in the verge, buzzing a little bit. So you do a little string bending. I wasn't sure.
A little bit, yeah, here and there.
You do the precise sort of, I think it was machine gun type thing, and I wasn't sure if you did much bending. So want to make sure that nothing frets out, because I did the fretwork. So if you do a big bend up and, okay, good.
Seems to be.
Okay, good.
I'm not hearing anything funky.
Well, that's good, because generally speaking, the remedy for that, since it's pretty much perfect to spec, would be to raise the action. So. Sounds beautiful. Well, so do you like it?
I love it. This is perfect.
Okay.
I could not ask for it to be better.
I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.